This is the Volvo EC40 for 2025, and I think of it as occupying a niche within a niche. It's a luxury compact vehicle, fully electric, but it also has this coupe roofline. Coupe, from the French word to cut. Get in. This is Family Wheels.
Volvo has renamed its 40 Series electrics to bring them in line with its other EVs. So, EC40 is the new name for the C40 Recharge, just as the previous XC40 Recharge is now the EX40. Fortunately, they're still the same combination of looks, luxury, build quality, and driving dynamics. And like other Volvos, the EC40 comes in 3 trims: Core, Plus, and Ultra. Our review vehicle is listed as a 4th trim, Black, a designation used by some other automakers to appeal to those who like the murdered out look, but it's really just a $900 black trim package. Within the 3 trims, there's a single-motor rear-wheel drive specification and a 2-motor all-wheel drive version. That's what we have here, plus the Black package, which is only available with AWD. The single-motor version has a respectable 248 horsepower and 310 pound-feet of torque. But this is the fun specification. You get over 400 horsepower and, perhaps more importantly, nearly 500 pound-feet of torque in this somewhat small vehicle. So let's take it up one of Vancouver's steeper hills and see how it does. And that is just an absolute launch. It feels like an internal combustion engine vehicle that has 500 or 600 horsepower. I have driven those. This is just an incredible punch of acceleration with all that torque and horsepower combined with it being electric and thus instantaneous. A 79 kilowatt hour battery, and that translates into an estimated range of 431 kilometers here in the all-wheel drive version. As is true with other electric vehicles, the single-motor version trades power for range. In the case of the EC40, the rear-wheel drive specification is rated at 480 kilometers, an increase of 49 over the 2-motor. The EC40 is up to date when it comes to level 2 charging, which is what most EV owners use because they plug in at home. It can accept up to 11 kilowatts. The charger you use and your 240-volt AC setup at home are important factors. When DC fast charging, its maximum rate is 200 kilowatts, plenty fast if not the fastest. Also, Volvo offers an NACS adapter to allow use of the Tesla network. There's no sport mode on the EC40, which is just fine with me. Let's take it through a series of bends and see how it does. Well, thanks to all-wheel drive, it does very well indeed. And through a flat 90-degree bend, you get the kind of understeer that is actually a good thing for most drivers to have. Let's do a brief non-panic stop check of the brakes as we come down from 75K. And with the help of regenerative braking, that was just excellent. Volvo's implementation of one-pedal driving is among the best I have experienced in any vehicle. Just a perfectly smooth and controlled stop at the stop sign. And the only way you can adjust the one-pedal driving is through the menus on the center screen. So Volvo is basically telling you there you want to set it and forget it, either with or without one-pedal driving. Let's see how this vehicle with its fairly short wheelbase handles our neighborhood bumpy road. And it does a good job. That's important because Volvo is, after all, a luxury brand. Now over, say, a more garden variety irregular surface with a lot of patches, the ride is exemplary as well. Volvos are famous for their seats. That goes back decades and decades, and this vehicle is no exception. These seats are just extremely comfortable. A suede interior. Volvo is big on human-made fabrics these days. Regardless, it feels absolutely great. And at this trim, we get a really nice extension to the cushion for people who, like me, are long of leg. My biggest criticism of the EC40 from Volvo has to do with its lack of rearward visibility. That's due to the coupe design. It squeezes the amount of vertical space that you can see through. It's really quite narrow. The only way I could get comfortable driving it was to tilt the mirror up quite a bit so that the top half of the mirror was really only looking at the headliner and the bottom part of the mirror was looking straight out the back. Otherwise, it felt like I was looking down on the road behind and didn't get enough rearward vision. A simple solution: get a digital rear view mirror in this vehicle like they have on Toyota's. Polestar is coming out with a vehicle that only has a digital rear view mirror.
The EC40 doesn't really pass our family wheels child seat test. Behind me, the kind that does take up the most room, rear facing. Up front, my knees are pressed against the glove box door. I'm 5 feet 11 inches tall, 180 centimeters. So if the person in front of the baby seat is considerably shorter, or if you're using a forward-facing child seat, you won't have any problems. But it's pretty tight in this situation. There's ample room for 2 adults in the back of the EC40. I've readjusted the front seat to be a lot more comfortable for me, yet here in the back, there's plenty of room between my knees and the seat back. As far as features go, we have heated rear seats at this specification. There's also 2 USB-C ports. But the nicest feature of all is this big panoramic moonroof. By the way, it doesn't have a screen. That's because it's made of that French glass that keeps the sun from baking you inside the car. That's our look at the 2025 Volvo EC40, a powerful little EV coupe. What do you think? Leave a comment. As always, thanks for watching, thanks for liking, and thanks for subscribing. I'm Richard Detman, and I'll see you next time on Family Wheels.